I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know.
What about? I mean, what do you think about Tank? People comparing Tank Davis to you. I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do they think? What do you think about them comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Gervonta Davis and Mike Tyson have stirred up the boxing scene with a headline-making training session that's taken the internet by storm. Ahead of Davis's anticipated rematch with Lamont Roach, a jaw-dropping video surfaced showing the young knockout specialist exchanging drills with the iconic Iron Mike. But this wasn't just any training session. It felt like a symbolic handover between generations. Recent boxing memory, Tyson's raw strength and battle-hardened experience meshed perfectly with Davis's razor-sharp accuracy.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
When questioned about the parallels between himself and Gervonta Davis, Mike Tyson delivered a classic response, joking that their main similarity might just be their run-ins with the law. He downplayed any deeper comparisons, pointing out that their fighting styles, career paths, and personal decisions are worlds apart. Still, despite Tyson's humble dismissal, their recent intense training session suggests there may be more of a connection than he's willing to admit.
I think I do have more skills than Mike Tyson. As far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than like at a lower weight class always have more skills. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys. So let's just take that out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson for sure. It just facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills than Mike Tyson. I just hold that puncher power just as like Mike Tyson did when he was fighting. You know, so and I'm gonna stand on my words.
After the controversial draw with Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis has made no secret of his desire for an immediate rematch. Disappointed with the result, Davis feels the first fight didn't truly showcase his full skill set. For him, a second meeting is less about revenge and more about setting the record straight. He's determined to prove he still reigns supreme in the lightweight division. Fans and critics, he's ready to take back the spotlight and finish what he started.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could all please take your seats, we want to welcome on the WBA lightweight champion, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Tank, we're going to bring you up to the podium as we welcome you into the media, and you can discuss the fight and give the media some thoughts.
I mean, I thank y'all for waiting and things like that. It was a good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, you know, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Any questions?
The rivalry between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis is more than just another boxing headline. It's become a defining chapter in both of their careers. Roach achieved what no other opponent had. He held Tank to a draw. That result changed the narrative for fans and commentators alike. Roach demonstrated he had the toughness and tactical edge to withstand the storm. That first bout gave Roach a game plan, and now he's coming back not just more confident, but better prepared than ever.
Better. But they've known each other. These two have known each other for a while. Does Lamont Roach just understand a way to beat or frustrate Tank in a way that others don't? You know what I mean? Like, has he just found it, so to speak? Like, I have a lot I want to find out after that, because the first fight was so controversial. I think leaving it up to a draw is fine, whatever, even though under the letter of the law, Tank probably should have lost this fight, and probably would have if they counted the knockdown when he took a knee. He blamed it on grease. I assume he won't on his hair. And it could get greasy. Like, Amanda Serrano was like, yo, that's what fucking put me out of a fight in Puerto Rico. And then we were subjected to her beating the shit out of Stevie Morgan not that long later. So like, that's kind of what it is. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this because of the first fight. And I think you have to give Lamont Roach a real shot, even though I still would say Tank figures it out and gets it done and takes it more seriously this time.
Yeah, I think that because they're so familiar with each other, like these guys fought each other when they were kids. And then Lamont Roach comes into the ring and listen, regardless, like Lamont Roach came in there and he was confident. And I don't think a lot of people believe that he was going to be able to get it done against Tank. People thought that Tank was going to knock him out. Here's the thing though, Tank is actually super skilled. Like, he doesn't throw a lot. When he does, he's extremely accurate, but he does have skill. And what he does is he reels in his fighters and he ends up landing big shots on them that end up knocking his opponent out.
First clash between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis broke the mold of Davis's usual fights, which often end in knockouts. Instead, Roach showcased impressive technique and toughness, going the full 12 rounds and forcing a controversial draw. The result not only highlighted Roach's skill, but also raised questions about Davis's ability to dominate elite-level opponents. With disputed scorecards and an unexpected outcome, the bout sparked debate throughout the boxing world. Fans, pundits deliver a clear winner and settle the debate over who truly holds the edge.
Yo, fight fans, did you catch that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach bout? Talk about controversy. The judges called it a draw. But let's be real, a lot of people think Roach got robbed. Both fighters brought their A-game, showing off some serious skills in the ring. Roach was on fire, landing clean shots and outworking Tank in several rounds. But Tank had his moments too, showcasing that explosive power we all know. But Tank going on one knee or being wobbled didn't swing it toward Roach. I don't know about that, but either way, now everyone's buzzing about an upcoming rematch. I mean, who wouldn't want to see these two go at it again? What's your take? Did Roach deserve the W, or was the draw fair? Drop your thoughts below and let's break down this fight.
Lamont is signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Yeah, we signed, still need to live.
Y'all, Tank plays so many head games, it's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off and then sign the contract like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama, which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.
The controversy surrounding their first fight has only amplified anticipation for the rematch, turning it into one of the most talked about events in the boxing world for Lamont Roach. This isn't just another match, it's a career-defining opportunity. He's not chasing a paycheck. He's chasing doubts. It would launch Roach into the upper echelon of the sport. His training suggests he knows this could be the moment that defines his legacy.
So the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch is being targeted for June 21st in Las Vegas. Now, it's good that they're running it back without wasting any time, because Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. I mean, I thought he outboxed Tank the last time around. He came up a division as a gigantic 10-1 underdog, and he was the one on the front foot, landing his jab, the body shots, the combinations, throwing a lot more volume. I had it 7-5 Roach, and the no knockdown in round 9 was the reason it was a draw. If that knockdown was scored, that would have been a decision for Roach. But with all that being said, I do like Tank a lot more in the rematch. I thought he fought way too much on the back foot in the first fight, especially the first few rounds. He would land 1 or 2 punches per round, but as he started becoming the aggressor in the later rounds, he kept landing a lot more left hands and body shots. So Tank just needs to make this a dogfight, get into more exchanges, and that's where he'll land a lot more punches on Roach. When he's sitting on the back foot waiting for a counter, that's where Roach is comfortable and winning most of the rounds. So if Tank can fight the same way he did against Ryan Garcia, rounds 3 to 7, against Mario Barrios in the later rounds, or Frank Martin rounds 4 to 8, If he's the one on the front foot, then I do think he'll stop Roach in the rematch.
Lamont Roach definitely earned my respect tonight. Definitely one of the first fighters to put Tank to the test. Just matching fire with fire. That was a good fight. For me, I need to see a rematch ASAP. But yeah, Tank definitely took the knee 100%. I see Roach winning that 7-5 personally. But boxing is business, so they were never going to let him have that win. Roach's timing was on point though. No easy knockouts tonight. The sharp counters, like, very good fighter, very good fighter. Let me know what you guys think, if that robbery was fair or not. Leave it in the comments.
Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has openly praised Gervonta Davis's skills, noting that with focus and smart decision-making, Davis has what it takes to become a boxing legend. While Tyson clearly respects Davis's natural talent, he also stresses the importance of wise choices both in and out of the ring. His words carry the weight of experience. It's offering a mentor-like warning that acknowledges Davis's potential while reminding him of the challenges that can derail even the most gifted fighters.
I don't really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like.
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole package.
With the rematch on the horizon, Gervonta Davis has officially launched his training camp in preparation for his highly anticipated showdown with Lamont Roach. It's now set for August 2025 in Las Vegas. This fight follows their earlier controversial draw, a bout overshadowed by a disputed non-knockdown call in the 9th round that ignited intense debate among fans and experts alike, determined to settle the score. Davis, his place as the top contender in the lightweight division. Lightweight contender Devin Haney shared his thoughts on the Roach-Davis fight, acknowledging Roach's talent and stating that, in his opinion, Roach deserved the win. Haney's viewpoint adds another layer to the ongoing discussion surrounding the fight's result and highlights the respect Roach has earned within the boxing community.
Went on his fight against Lamont Roach, and what are your thoughts on the knockdown that wasn't called in round 9?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good fight overall. Lamont, I always knew Lamont was, he wasn't coming to lay down. I've been knowing Lamont since we was kids, so we came up in amateurs together. So I knew Lamont was serious. He was coming in there to fight, but he did a lot better than I thought he would, and I thought he won the fight personally. Yeah, the no knockdown, that was like unheard of. It was the first time I've ever seen it with my own 2 eyes, and yeah.
Yeah, you were, you've made some comments. I wanted to see the backflip, and I'm surprised Tank didn't say nothing back to you about that.
Hey, I was just speaking my opinion on it.
Jocker Stevenson also shared his thoughts, calling Roach an impressive competitor and stressing that Davis will need to step up his performance for the rematch. What makes Roach truly dangerous isn't just his physical skills, it's his timing, his defense, and above all, his heart. He fights like everything is on the line, which is why this upcoming fight has fans so excited. Stevenson expects more than just a match. He predicts a full-on battle. Both fighters understand the stakes and are determined not to fall short.
I think August 16th today. So what do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight? What do you think?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Did you think Lamont won the first fight?
154 and fight.
I asked 2 questions at the same time. I ain't hear shit y'all just asked.
You really want to move up to 154 after this fight, kind of thing?
Yo, I kind of said 154. I probably was stretching it. I'm stretching 154, but I'll fight him at 147. 147, me and Conor could get it in.
You call it Johnny Boy boxing and fight him. If you beat Zepeda, do you feel like that's the toughest test of your career? And they'll give you the credit if you win?
Who knows? It's a never-ending process, you know. I think I stopped looking for credit because at the end of the day, once you get the credit, something else happen, they gonna move on anyway. So the credit really doesn't matter. It just matter how I feel, what I feel after the fight. After I go fight with him, if I perform at the highest level of my expectations, I'm cool with that.
Lamont Roach Sr., both father and trainer, offered some behind-the-scenes perspective. He revealed that even Gervonta Tank Davis acknowledged Roach's skill early on. The hesitation to take the fight wasn't about fear. It was more about being cautious. Davis reportedly understood that Roach had the ability to make things challenging. Despite that, the politics of boxing came into play. Coaches, promoters, and business interests pushed hard to make the matchup happen anyway.
Just being around each other, sharing a ring with each other, fighting each other, fighting some of the same competition over the years, witnessing each other in camp. So knowing the coaches, they knowing us, it's both ways. It ain't just our way, coming from both sides. So, but no, was I shocked? No. I think Tank tried to tell y'all. Calvin tried to tell y'all, Burry tried to tell y'all, but they didn't want to hear it. They just so stuck on trying to force Tank to fight who they want him to fight. And it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just was made for a great fight. So people need to just sit back and get ready for part 2.
It's gonna be epic, man. I can't wait for part 2, man. Do you got anything to say to the fans? About part 2, about anything that you got going on coming up, social media, anything?
No, just say get ready, man. Put your seatbelts on, and when that thing happen, man, make sure y'all support. Come to the fight, buy the fight, and be the biggest fan, cheering whoever you're cheering for. It don't matter, but you're gonna see another great performance by the Reaper, man. The Reaper ain't playing. He got a big bag, like you said, big 2 bag.
What do you think the difference would be, though?
You gonna see the difference. I believe we want to fight. Nobody can tell us different. The majority of the world believe we want to fight. So you're gonna see. Both of them gonna raise their level. Both of them. So yeah. They're gonna make for a greater fight, but
no way, neither of them are gonna knock each other out. It's gonna go the distance.
It's boxing, man. I ain't got no crystal ball in front of me. So we just gonna.
Many fans have compared Gervonta Davis to Mike Tyson, pointing to their powerful knockouts and troubled pasts. However, Tyson himself dismissed these comparisons, saying their fighting styles and personalities are quite different. According to Tyson, the true identity of a boxer comes from their performance in the ring, not their life outside it. The rivalry between Roach and Davis has even been likened to the legendary Tyson versus Holyfield clashes. In both matchups, a feared champion faced a highly skilled challenger who is often underestimated.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So many people are predicting that history is repeating itself. History is repeating itself, right? We had a similar situation where we had 2 guys face off against one another. One guy was a massive favorite, had taken a loss, and was seen to be too small, right? And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield versus Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was a major fight. But Iron Mike Tyson was viewed as a destroyer, okay? He was the baddest man on the planet. He was indestructible. The fact that he lost to James Buster Douglas was an anomaly because Mike Tyson wasn't focused and he overlooked.
However, Davis has openly criticized some of Tyson's recent choices in boxing. In a frank statement, Gervonta Davis expressed concern that Tyson's involvement in exhibition matches against internet personalities like Jake Paul could damage his legendary status. Davis argued that these types of fights risk sullying Tyson's reputation, which should remain untarnished by such controversial events. According to him, this decision has lessened the respect Tyson commands within the boxing community. Gervonta's strong remarks highlight his commitment to preserving the sport's integrity and honoring the fighters who have truly earned their place in boxing history. He's clearly disappointed that a living legend like Tyson would put his legacy on the line for what he views as mere spectacle.
Following the Tyson fight, tell us, exactly why expound on that.
Because why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
What are your thoughts on Gervonta Davis teaming up with Mike Tyson for such an intense training session? Could this partnership give Davis the boost he needs to dominate the upcoming rematch? Share your opinions in the comments below.